Sacrificing your sleep is one of the dumbest things you could do. You will literally finish all your tasks throughout the day with the help of sleep. This story will show the progression of 10xing your productivity. It's a late night on a Tuesday, and I'm getting my butt whooped. I'm fighting for my life. Back to back to back, I was getting folded like an omelet. Whenever I was trying to fight back, nothing would be working. I was in pain. I was in my martial arts club, fighting for my life. We usually spar against each other so that we can learn how to fight and defend ourselves in a real situation. But since I was horrible at it, and I was the one who was getting my ass whooped all the time, I'll go in there, do the practice, but I always do it wrong. After the group session ends, the sensei will always make me stay back and do it more, and I was embarrassed. Whenever I would ask the guys for help, they would just tell me to quit. And as depressed as I was, when I got back home, I had me a nice fat pile of homework. I was stuffing down coffee like no other. Because practice started way too goddamn late, I would usually push back my homework till later. And then, because I had school early as shit in the morning, I would be tired as shit, bro. There was this one day where I decided enough was enough, where I said screw the homework, and I just went to bed. I woke up in the morning, refreshed as shit. Bro, I haven't felt this wholeness in a minute. When I actually went to school, the whole process didn't feel so harsh. When I went to class, I understood what was going on for the first time. When I went to practice, I would see something I didn't usually see before. I would usually just walk in and just get into my formation. But when I actually walked in this time, I saw the people in there just groaning at me. But I ain't let that stop me. When we went to go ahead and practice, I was actually doing it right. The teacher came up to me and, he would usually just stop and comment on what I'm doing. He just kept walking. Soon I get into the match. The same people will be betting and stuff. Of course, it wasn't like who was going to win. It was how fast I was going to lose. So we get into this match and I'm in my stance. I noticed that this time, my mind isn't filled with anxiety like it usually was before. Usually, thoughts would be racing through my mind and just focusing would be a little too damn hard. But this time, I felt under control and ready. The man quickly ran at me and threw a punch at me. I stepped to the side, punched him, and then jumped back a little bit. The whole crowd was in disbelief. He ended up getting mad and ran at me again. But this time, when he punched me, I blocked it. I tried punching him back, but he blocked it. Then I just swooped attacked him, got him to the floor, and then I hit him in his chest. And I won the match. Bro, the whole crowd was tight. I even saw the sensei mad. Then as I was walking away, it got quiet. A little too quiet. I turned around and seen the whole dojo after me. But I was ready. A dude came up to me and tried to attack me, but I dodged that one. Another dude came up right behind me and thought he caught me lacking, but I parried his punch and sent it as flying. Another Randeezy tried to hit me with a staff, but I dodged that one, made him hit the other dude. I grabbed his stick and then sidekicked him out the door. But then two buffoons came up to the side of me and I ended up jumping into the air and hit him with a special move I just came up on the spot. Kambachi! And sent their ass flying both ways. Then the sensei came up to me. I see. You have gotten so desperate that you needed to take some kind of drug just to have a chance in my dojo. A cheetah may bask in the illusion of triumph, but reality is a harsh master. I will be the instrument of truth, dismantling the facade you have built and leave you to face the consequences of your dishonesty. As confused as I was, all the times he treated me unfairly came into my mind. Made me run to the store to get him tea during practice, made me clean the toilets, and worst of all, dirty back to the female students. The only thing that was in my mind at the time was get back! Instead of running at me, he approached me slowly, and I mean very slowly. He was like 100 years old, so I ran at him. When I tried to attack him, he dodged it and pushed me back. I returned back to him throwing multiple punches, but he was just weaving it. Then when he punched me, and although I blocked it, I still felt the impact. Bet the person who gave you that poison didn't teach you that one. Even though I was shook a little bit, I saw that he had his hand in a certain motion. So I ran back to him, doing that certain emotion multiple times, trying to practice it. And even though he was weaving it, I thought of an idea. As soon as he threw a punch at me, I rolled behind him and hit him with the same move, but I call it the Yoshi! I sent his ass flying. I think I broke his back. Best believe, when I returned the next day, they ain't say shit to me. Get your sleep, bro. You thinking that you need to sacrifice your sleep just to get the things done in your day is baloney. You not having enough time is not the problem. You're just not efficient with it. You'll be working on something and then you have your phone right next to you and you'll just be hearing mad notifications near you. And then you would pick up your phone and distract your whole flow. Or you have a thought in your mind just to go write down something and then you'll end up chasing down that thought like a mouse. You'll think that double tasking your main work with another work would just be more efficient with your time. Just stop. You're not getting anywhere with that. You see, in the story, I was getting my ass whooped because I wasn't getting enough sleep. I would push back my homework, wondering why I was still getting a bad grade even though I was putting in the work. You need to build your schedule around sleep, not build your schedule and then put sleep. You need to get your 8 to 11 hours, my boy. Simple as that. Now, if you get under 6 hours of sleep, here's a step-by-step framework for improving your sleep. The first thing you want to do is track your sleep for the first 3 days. Well, you want to use it forever, but you just want to sleep normally how you usually do and just track it with Sleep Cycle. A Sleep Cycle, it allows you to see how long you actually slept and how much time you spent in bed. The first thing you want to do is track your sleep. That's all you want to do for the first 3 days. Just track how you normally sleeping. Unlike the iPhone built-in bum-ass ringtone, this one wakes you up gracefully. Trust me, I've been using it for a year and then some, and I've been waking up nice and easy. So I really suggest you to use Sleep Cycle, and it has a setting where it helps you wake up. So if you find yourself having like waking up, tapping that snooze button, this app has a feature where it'll wake you up 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, a minute before you actually officially wake up. Now you may be asking, why the hell would I want that feature? Well, you actually want this feature because it helps you prepare yourself to actually wake up. And for me, it got me up through many of my days. If it worked for me, I know it will work for you. Go ahead and use Sleep Cycle. I personally use it every day. The second step, pick a time when you're going to sleep. This could be 10 to 6, 11 to 7, whatever that you want. And you just want to be consistent with that. It's okay if during the first week you're not consistent with it. You just want to at least hit one day out of that first week. You just want to get consistent with it throughout the whole week. So first week you get 1 day, second week you get 2 days, third week you get 3 days, so on and so forth. You just want to get consistent with it. Small progress is good progress, alright? So don't beat yourself up if you don't get those 8 to 11 hours. It's better to do that instead of beating yourself up. The third step is to make sure that your room is all dark and ready to sleep. You want to make sure that you finish whatever activity that you got going on an hour previously. Like say if you're working on your computer and you're typing stuff, you want to make sure that you finish that up an hour before so you can have a nice sleep. And what you want to do is you want to stop eating 3 hours before you go to sleep. This also applies with drinking. You don't want to drink or eat 3 hours before going to sleep. This really helps with preventing you from waking up having to pee. Make sure that throughout the day you're doing deep work and exercises. Do shit where your energy is taken up. And I'm not talking about the hour prior to sleep. Instead of watching TikTok, what you can do is get in bed and start reading a book with a little lamp on or journal. But what I personally do is meditate. It really calms down the mind and allows me to sleep peacefully. Plus, with all the benefits from meditation, allowing me to focus during deep work sessions, allowing me to hit more PRs, allowing me to focus during my workouts, you know, meditation is just overpowered. Go check out my video on meditation and get into the flow and dominate in whatever field you're in.